Hi, welcome to Performance Tech Academy. Today we're going to go over a few things to help you make an iService video that will help you build trust with your customers, upsell needed maintenance and repairs, and do it in a way that is as efficient as possible. It's important to remember that you'll get out of this what you put into it. If you put in effort to make a good iService video, you'll make good videos that will build trust with your customers and help you flag more hours. There are a few things that need to be included on every video for every vehicle that comes in with a maintenance service. They are the engine air filter, the cabin air filter, lights, wiper blades, fluid conditions, brake measurements, tire measurements, the condition of the drive belt, and the results of the battery test. It's important if you're going to recommend maintenance or repair on these items to show in the video and explain why they need to be replaced. For example, show any lights that are not working, any fluids that are dirty, or any oil leaks that the vehicle may have. A good way to explain oil leaks is by classifying them. A Class 1 leak is like condensation on a glass. It's something that should be monitored but is okay for now. Class 2 would be the formation of a droplet but not dripping. This should be marked in yellow on the inspection and would be explained as being in the yellow in the inspection video. Class 3 leak is dripping and needs attention. This is a leak that would be marked in red on the inspection and would be explained as being in the red in the inspection video. Let's start by talking about the things that can be done while you're pulling the vehicle into the bay. As you're pulling in, you can check the front and rear wipers and sprayers. You can quickly check the horn, parking brake, look for any warning lights on the dash, reset the maintenance binder, and put the new lube sticker in if you have it at this point in the service. I like to make notes of anything I find on the RO so that when I'm ready to make the video, I don't forget anything. Let's start by checking the lights. If you have another person available to help, have them check the lights while you sit inside the vehicle and turn them on and off. If you don't have a second person, a hood prop rod will help you quickly check the lights. Next, let's get the cabin air filter and the engine air filter and set them aside under the hood for inspection. Some cabin filters can be difficult to get to. If you have one of those vehicles, work with your service manager or shop foreman to decide if it makes sense on certain vehicles to make a recommendation based on time, mileage, or the condition of the engine air filter. Next, let's check all the fluids that are under the hood, as well as check for any leaks that you may see under the hood. Transmissions on many vehicles do not have a dipstick and are not easily checked. On vehicles that do not have a transmission dipstick, you can make a recommendation based on time or mileage. While you are checking the fluids, it's a good time to look at the drive belt and check its condition if it can be seen from under the hood. If not, remember to check it when you do your under vehicle inspection. If you're doing an oil change, this is a good time to take the oil cap off and raise the dipstick. Once those things have been checked, let's test the condition of the battery. Leave the battery tester connected until you can put a shot of it in your video. If you have a battery tester that prints the results of the battery test, you could use the printout in your video instead of leaving the tester connected. At this point, everything that can be done on the ground should be done for the inspection. As you are making the video, make sure you speak clearly and don't talk too fast. You should also make it a point to clearly point at the things that you see that need to be serviced. Something that is important is to speak to the customer in a way that they can understand. You want to sound intelligent, but you don't want to talk in technical terms that they won't understand. Compliment them on the things on their vehicle that are in good condition. It will build trust that you are just not out to make money off of them. Make sure the video is as stable as possible and is not sideways or upside down. With the iService phones we use here, the way you are holding the phone when you start the video is the way that it will stay. If you turn the phone, the screen on the phone that is recording will turn the video, but the recording sent to the customer will not turn and it will be sideways or upside down. If you are unsure about this, a quick test video for yourself or an advisor will help you figure it out. For this example, we are going to begin the video inspection in the driver's seat of the vehicle being serviced. At the start of the video, welcome the customer by name and introduce yourself with your first name. Show the instrument cluster and point out any warning lights that are on. If possible, you could also show the maintenance light being reset. While you are still seated in the vehicle, you can show them the wipers, talk about their condition, and show them the operation of the horn. Also let them know about any damage to the windshield. Once you are done inside the vehicle, you should get out and walk around the vehicle, show any damage that was there when the vehicle came in. Walk to the back of the vehicle to show the license plate and any lights that are not working. If there are any lights that are out, explain that you checked all the lights and found that there was one out. Once you are done at the back of the vehicle, walk around the other side of the vehicle to the front while still recording. The engine air filter and cabin filters will still be sitting there from your inspection. Show both filters in the video and explain their condition and give any recommendations. If you're going to recommend a replacement, give a brief explanation of the benefits of replacing them. If the air filter is dirty, explain to them that it will have an impact on fuel mileage and the performance of the engine. If the cabin filter is dirty, explain to them that the cabin filter cleans the air inside the vehicle. If the filters are in the yellow, explain to them that they are okay now but may need to be replaced at the next service. Once you have shown the filters, it is easy to transition, showing and explaining the condition of the underhood fluids. If you are going to recommend any services of underhood fluids, explain why the fluid should be replaced. Avoid saying flush. Some customers feel like flushes are not needed. For example, you could explain that brake fluid absorbs water over time and should be replaced every 3 years. Or if the coolant is dirty, you could explain that the coolant should be replaced to avoid engine overheating or damage. Once you've shown and explained the underhood fluids, show the drive belt if it can be shown from under the hood. From there, move to the battery and show the results of the battery test. This can be done by showing the test results on the battery tester or showing the printed receipt if the battery tester can print. If there are any underhood fluid leaks, show them. Once those items have been shown and explained, tell them that you will meet them under the vehicle for the rest of the inspection and pause the recording. Some video inspection phones will not allow you to pause. If you have one of those, explain you will send a second video soon with the rest of the inspection. From that point, raise the vehicle and remove the wheels and tires if you are rotating the tires. Next, you can take brake measurements and make a note of them on your repair order. Once you have your brake measurements, you can measure your tires and make notes of them as well. Raise the vehicle the rest of the way and continue the inspection. Check the condition of the steering and suspension components, the drivetrain components. Check for any leaks or other damaged components, making sure to show the rear of the vehicle if it is four-wheel or all-wheel drive. At this point, with the under-vehicle inspection complete, you can resume your video. Show them brake measurements using the measuring tools and tell them what the measurements are. If they are green, tell them that the brakes are good. If they are in the yellow, tell them that the brakes are yellow and give them the measurement and let them know that they will likely need to be replaced at the next visit. If the brake pads are in the red, show them the measurement and explain that they are worn down low enough that they will not make it to the next service and need to be replaced soon. If the vehicle has rear drum brakes, mention that they are drum brakes and move on. If you suspect a problem or if the vehicle has high mileage, you could recommend a full brake inspection to check the drum brakes. Tires can be shown and explained in the same way. Using the measuring tools and showing the customer is an easy way for them to understand. If the tire has uneven wear, you can show them how the measurements are different across the tire. Show the customer the underside of their vehicle. Point out any leaks that there may be. If there is a leak, let them know how severe it is. As a reminder, Class 1 is okay for now, Class 2 is the yellow zone, Class 3 is the red zone and needs immediate attention. Show them the leak. If it's a Class 2 or Class 3 leak, ask them if they'd like to get it into the shop to have it looked at. Show the steering and suspension components. Point out and explain any problems you find. If there are no problems, let them know that too and tell them that everything is looking good. While showing and explaining the different components under the car, it is important to make sure that the customer knows what parts you are talking about. Using a screwdriver, extendable magnet, or laser pointer to highlight the parts you're talking about can be helpful. If possible, show the engine oil being drained or even you torquing the drain plug. Once you are done with the under vehicle part of the video, give them a recap of the services or repairs that you're recommending and let them know that their service advisor will be in touch with them to get them prices. Then thank them for coming into your dealership by saying the name of the dealership. With the video complete, you can send it to the customer and complete the service. The sooner you get the video sent off, the better chance you have of getting the customer to approve additional work. If they've been waiting for a long time, they are more likely to decline the work so that they can get on their way. The question has come up about what to do if you would like to make a video about a diagnosis. Occasionally, making a video of a diagnosis of the concern the vehicle was brought in for can be very helpful. If you'd like to make a video of a diag, it should be a second, separate video from your multi-point inspection video. They should be sent close together so that a customer doesn't approve an expensive repair only to find out that they need brakes, tires, or other maintenance. A quality multi-point inspection video is expected on each vehicle, but a diagnosis video is not. Hopefully each video can be 2.5 minutes or less so that a customer will not lose interest in the video. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to your shop foreman, service manager, or us here at Performance Tech Academy. Thank you.
Welcome to Performance Tech Academy. I am Adam. I'll be taking care of your vehicle today. As we start your inspection here inside the vehicle, we already reset your maintenance light, but as you can see, you have a tire pressure problem, and when we first started your vehicle, the light was flashing. That indicates you have at least one bad sensor, and we went ahead and tested your wipers. They are not doing very well. It's hard to see with the reflection, but I would recommend replacing your wiper blades today. As we do the walk around on your vehicle, I noticed you have some dings and scratches on a few different places. We do offer a full service body shop. If you'd like to get an estimate, please let your service writer know and they can get you with that. Also, you do have some curb rash on both of the passenger side wheels. We do offer rim repair also. If you'd like to get an estimate, let your service writer know about that. Continue inspection here under the vehicle. We pulled your cabin filter out and you can see how much dirt and debris is built up in there. The cabin filter is like a furnace filter in your house. It filters the air inside the vehicle. Also, your air filter itself for your engine is very dirty. It's like a mask for your engine, prevents any dirt from getting inside. So as it gets dirtier and dirtier, it's harder for your car to get some air and breathe. We checked your service history. Your brake fluid exchange has been done, so that's in great shape, but we did not see where you had your transmission service done. I would recommend doing that. It's recommended by the manufacturer every 30,000 miles. All your other fluids are looking good. We topped off your washer solvent. Your accessory belt is checking out great. No leaks up here. Everything is nice and dry. Checking here, both front tires are right at 830 seconds. Both rear tires are right at 630 seconds. Continue inspection here on your front brakes. They are measuring right at 6 millimeters. At 6 millimeters, they're just entering the yellow. New brakes have 10 to 12 millimeters, and we normally start recommending replacement when they're between 3 and 4 millimeters, so you're still good on the front right now. We'll address that abnormal sound in just a second. As we inspect your rear brakes, pad life is right at 5 millimeters, so you're still in the good zone, but the abnormal sounds you're hearing in the rear when braking, I would recommend replacing the rotors due to the excessive grooving and rust buildup, as well as the pads and servicing the calipers. Continue inspection here under the vehicle. There are no fluid leaks anywhere on your engine or transmission. All your suspension components, tie rod ends, ball joints, CV boots or drive axles, all are in great shape. Same thing on the other side, you know, your CV boots, ball joints, tie rod ends there in the back, struts are all looking good. All your exhaust is in great shape. There's no problems with it at all. All your rear suspension components, shocks, suspension components, exhaust all back here. Everything back in the back is checking out good. Wrap up of all your needs. You need new wiper blades, a new air filter, cabin filter, a transmission service, one tire sensor, as well as the rear pads and rotors. Thanks for bringing your vehicle in today, Performance Tech Academy. Have a great day.